Hello, folks. Welcome to Tier 3 Vision. So, after studying series, we are going to explore one of the most important topic, that is data frame, which is very important in data visualization and data cleaning, and one of the key concept that we can think of while starting exploring the data science. So, let's get into it. So, what are data frames? So, data frame you can say are the workhouse of the pandas. They are inspired by the R programming language. So, what are a data frame? What is a data frame? So, data frame is a bunch of series put together which share the same index. So, suppose I have a index, or you can say a series A B C D which have index 0 1 2 3, and I have my another series which have D E F G, and it also has same index 0 1 2 3. So we put together those you can say series to form a data frame. So for data frame, pandas are one of the most desired tool to work with data frame. So we first import numpy and pandas. So we from numpy I'm importing random function because I'm creating you can say a seed, or you can say np.random.seed. So it will give me some random values, and I'm creating a demo data frame which have my you can say index as a b c d e and have columns as w x y z, and it will insert some values between of 5 rows and 4 column. So let's see. So as you can see, I have my data frame created. So these are you can say series. So I have my df. If I print here df of w, so it will give me that particular series. Df of x will give me that particular series. Now we'll talk about selection and indexing. So as I talked about, so df of w will print that particular data frame. So if I print here df of let's say x, so it will give me that particular x series. Now you can also pass a list of data frame also. So what you can do, you need to pass the number of data frame, or you can say multiple series as a list. So as you can see, I have passed w and z, so I got w and z data frame also. You can pass here uh, x also. So sorry. So it will give me x. Now you can directly write df of w, that will also will give you the same result. Here it will give you in that format, here it will give you in the same format. Now if you see what is the type of this particular you can say df of w. So when I type is a kind of you can say keyword that is used for getting the data type of particular data. So when I do type of df of w, so it will give me that is it is a form of pandas series. Now how can we create a new column? So creating a new column is pretty much simple. You need to give the name of column. So suppose I'm giving here new underscore column, and I'm combining my two column w and y. So let's say I'm combining x. So when I so I knew my new column is created. So when I print my data frame, so as you can see, new column is a sum of w and x. Now how can you remove that particular column? So drop is a key you can say built-in method. So what you need to do, you need to do df dot drop, and you need to pass your name of the column. So suppose I want to drop my new underscore column, and you need to pass axis is equal to 1. So axis is equal to 1 means it will you can say delete the particular column wise. If you do axis is equal to 0, it will delete row wise. So as you can see, my new column is deleted. Now if I'll print df, you can see I still have my new column because I have not done here in place is equal to true. So if you do in place is equal to true, it will basically put those changes in your original data frame also. So suppose if I did here df dot drop and I passed here my new column and x is equal to 1, and what I did in place is equal to true. In place is equal to true means it will put those changes in the original data frame. So suppose you have deleted the particular value from the data frame, it will delete it from your original data frame also. So it is one of the best practice for you before performing any kind of analysis on a data set to keep a copy of data. So as you can see, when I'll do here, you can see this. So you can also drop anything using this way. So suppose I want to drop any kind of row, so you can drop this row. So suppose I want to drop this e row. So when I print here e, no, suppose I want to print drop a. So when I do here, so my a will be dropped. Now you can also select rows using location. Dot lock means location. So when you do df dot location of a, means it will print all the numbers, or you can say all the values that in location a. So when as you can see in location a, I'm having this value 2 2.7 0.6. So all the values will be printed. Now you can also do based on a certain position instead of a label. So you can also see, suppose you want to print the values of 2. So iloc means in location of 2. So generally my values start from 0 1 2. So I have my original data frame. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So it will print the second row. So as you can see, minus 2.018, it is printing the row on the second position. Now you can also print two data series also, and also you can pass list of that particular also. Suppose you want to print certain data from location a to b and w to y, so it will consider a to b and wy. So these four values will be printed, w and y. Now conditional statement. So conditional statement is one of the most important types. So this is the I have original data frame. So if I do here df of 0, so df of 0 will basically give me you can see series of booleans. So those which are greater than 0, it will come as true. It will and those which are less than 0, it is come as false. So you can also do suppose you got you can say booleans of series of boolean. Now you want to find out that what kind of data is greater than 0. So what I can do, I can pass this df inside my data frame, df of greater than 0. I'm commenting this. So when I do here, you can see I'm getting my data the same as mentioned below. And also you can apply this kind of conditional statement to any one series. So suppose you want to check that I want to print all the values of w which are greater than 0. So when you do here, so you can see all the values which are values of w which are greater than 0 will print. Now you can also do the same with other operator also. So suppose I want to print out my df of w greater than 0 and then y. So only those which are greater than 0, so df of w which are greater than 0 will only be printed. So suppose this is my df of w, so which is greater than 0. So df of w is greater than this. Suppose this 2.7 is greater than 0, so its value will be printed. This is also greater than 0, so its value will be printed. Which is not greater than 0, its value will not be printed. So this is some sort of, suppose my df of x, if I'll write here my df of x is greater than 0, then I want to print out my y and w. So it will check for the condition that whether my df of x in which location it's greater than 0, and in that particular location only it will print the value of y and w series. So as you can see, I got here. Now you can do two statements using and or also. So we discussed it. So suppose I want to print the series which is w greater than 0, but my y is greater than 1. So you can see I get the series. Now we can discuss about the more index in detail. So you can do reset index. So it will basically reset your index to 0 1 2, or you can say original index. You can suppose I'm created here my new mind and I'm split it using space. So its split method is generally used for splitting that particular you can say string based on the space. So I've created this variable. Now when I run it, and I'm creating a new column based on this particular values of string. So I have my CA, NY, WY, OR and CO. So my new data frame will look like states. Now what I'll do, we can set any, and suppose you want to set index, uh, suppose you want to set a particular column as an index, so that also you can do. So what you need to do, you need to do df of set underscore index, and you need to pass that particular column. So suppose I pass state, so you can see state is my index, and I'll pass here a, so you can see, sorry, I mean it's not a string, then a, oh sorry, we need to pass the columns, right? So w, when I pass w, so I think yeah, so as you can see, it need to be the string. So df of set index of w, so as you can see my w has become index now. Now if I print my data set, as you can see, this is my original data set, and if I want to make it permanent that my index will be state, so we can do in place is equal to true. So as you can see, I have my data frame and state will be as index. Now multi index and index hierarchy. So let's go over how we can work with multi index. So I'll create one index, you can say array outside, one inside, and I'm basically zipping those particular inside a list of higher index, and I'm basically creating my data frame from that multi-index from tuples. So this will be the tuple. So when I do here, as you can see, my multi-higher index will be z1, 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm creating a data frame where I'm just randomly putting some values of 6 rows and 2 columns, and column will be AB, and my random values will be printed. So as you can see, this is the data frame I got. So we'll do some kind of operation like location. We'll look for the location, and in GI we'll look for location 1, and we can also do index.name. And so you can see if you want to do index.name, you can pass your index, you can change the name of the index using this, and you can also filter out data. So suppose this is the group is my one index which have g1 g2, and num is my one index which have 1 2 3 and similarly index. Now so as you can see, df dot access of 1 and level is equal to num. So what it will do, it will basically consider this particular group g1 and g2 and give me my value first values. So g1 first value is given and g2 first value is given. So g1 first value is 0.30 and g2 first value is you can say 1 point this thing. So with that we are going to in this video. Hope to see you soon with the next videos, where we are going to work on some real time, you can say, data using CSV, and we'll see how can we perform some kind of operation on pandas, like dropping, deleting, mean, median, and some sort of thing. So with that, uh, uh, bye bye. Hope to see you guys with the next videos. Till then, take care. Do like, comment, and subscribe, and motivate me to come with some more videos like this. Thank you so much.